Hello my friends, B-Dog here. Quick update on NBA 2K. I tried this last week with the OT event and the recording didn't save, so hopefully this one saves. So I want to go over Power Cap, just an update with Season 5, show you how I'm getting some wins. Also wanted to give a few tips on the game in general. And then also Obsidian event, which is pretty cool. So the Obsidian Tier just came out, and so some pretty cool cards there. But yeah, let's just start with the Power Cap event. So I have a previous video of this, but not for Season 5. Nothing's really changed. The concept hasn't really changed. The only thing I'm just kind of being aware of is my overall team powers. So keep in mind and just remember, I think it makes a difference. I'm not sure. I don't have my max team in my lineups at all. The reason being is I'm trying to avoid my power boosts. So, if you have your duos or you have your prime players, they'll give you a power boost on your team. And I think for some events that does affect your max power and you'll get harder opponents. I haven't confirmed that, but I just think that might be the case. So I'm just making sure it's me being extra particular, not to have any power boosts in my lineups, just in case it makes a difference. And then we got a lot of event cards through the last, or a lot of theme cards through the last event. And I've got my lineup. I've not lost yet. I haven't gotten to League 4 or 5. But you see my power cap is 73,000 here, and I'm at 70. Before I dive in, a couple of things. So I had kind of sensed that a new tier was coming. It seemed like it was about that time. So I actually saved my daily claim until it changes and changed. It changed so that my day 15 turned into the Pearl. So that was kind of nice. And then, of course, we've got our Obsidian coming up there. The other thing I did was I got like 3 super packs in the last few days. So I saved them, seeing that Obsidian was coming. So before I jump into the event, I did want to claim these. And I've had 2 super packs this whole season and no luck with any of the highest tier. So I'm hopeful here, but I'm not keeping my hopes very high up. That was kind of a waste. Didn't seem like a great super pack. But I'm hoping for Obsidian. That's why I saved these. Okay, so 3 greens. That's pretty good. But super packs have kind of failed me this season. I haven't got a lot of them, but they've still failed me. So, again, nothing that impressive. I was hopeful, but yeah, nothing that impressive. A gold pack's coming. At any rate, I'm just trying to do what I can to maximize getting my Obsidians. The other thing I wanted to point out, and just to keep in mind, I've continued to save all of my upgrading until the next big dom. So what you'll see is I do have a lot of Pearl tier cards, but I have not used any of them for upgrading. And so the reason being is that I'm saving every single upgraded and every single train until big dom, because I don't want to change my max power. And then if you've seen my Big Dom videos, you'll just see that I kind of just walk through how to get the most out of your domination and win free to play, your top reward, which can be hard if you don't set yourself up for, literally takes months. But my Pearl tier, so what you'll see is I've got a lot of Pearl. Let me undo my point guard. I've got a lot of Pearl event cards here. And I have not done any upgrading. So I upgraded my foundations, but I've not done any upgrading on my theme cards. And really it's just stockpiling and making the most out of these so that when Big Dom comes, I'll have a ton of food that I can upgrade all those theme cards and then just get the max amount of upgrades I can to my team. So still saving those. So my max power is still, relatively low because I've not maxed out my teams. So that's just something to keep in mind. Always thinking about Big Dom and not upgrading my max team power. So let's jump into Power Cap. So really this is pretty interesting. Really, the couple of things, how Power Cap works, and you probably know this, is you've got 5 leagues, and each one requires a less and less max power for your team. So you got to keep swapping in and out all of your players until you find the right power level to play that next league. So for now, I'm looking okay. I have not added a mentor to James Worthy because I just didn't really like him that much. So I haven't added a mentor to him, and I don't know if I'll keep upgrading him or not. I'll probably turn him into a mentor at some point. I needed a really low card to get my power low, so I had this diamonds theme card. I didn't mentor him as a waste of time at this point. Same with Vlade. I might change shoes, I might not. So far I haven't struggled, but I might change my power forward and center to all defense. I'm just not going to waste coin on them adding a mentor. So really my scores are going to be Clay and Steph. But then it's just rotating through, finding the best team possible to play. This one's really good because it doesn't have a power boost, 82,000. I've seen higher teams than that, but really what you guys ought to do is just rotate through and see what type of powers you're getting on your opponents. Opponents don't change, and so I've played this team before. That's where I got my 3 wins, but I'm just rotating through. That 82,000 was the lowest I've seen so far. That one was pretty good. This one looks good. I look for defenders. I look for my scores are my point guard and my shooting guard. So I'm looking at their power level, and I don't overpower Kyrie. Which is my other Curry higher? My other Curry is higher, so I'm going to switch to him. And what's his shoe looking like? I'm just going to switch shoes so that I get some good 3-pointers here. At any rate, I try to overpower my opponent. So now he's overpowering Kyrie. Honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. I've been getting pretty easy wins, but I am looking at my individual matchups because I would like to overpower my point guard and shooting guard. I usually avoid a Steph Curry team. I usually avoid a Jordan team, but really, this event's pretty easy. Even on auto, I can get some wins. So that being said, I'm good to go. I like this team. If there's a good defender like Chauncey Billups, if there's an Isaiah Thomas at point guard, sometimes I'll avoid those. I don't have those right now, but they're good defenders and they will actually keep Steph Curry from hitting a 3. But gameplay is, I'll probably start manualing this event once I unlock League 5. And then I just look for the weakest team. Rotate through until you find that one team that's the weakest. Because depending on your power level, you'll have the same exact teams for yourself, but they do have different teams based on what your power level is. But you can just cycle through and find the weakest team in your rotation. It might take 10 or 15 cycles before you get it, but then just play that weakest team, and this is a very easy event. So play your weakest team. I'm probably just going to go on auto, but we'll see. I want to watch the brackets and I want to watch the rewards just to see how well I'm doing. But like I said, pretty easy event here. And the key is just rotating through to find your weakest team. And that's really the key to this event. It's pretty easy. I missed there, but I will probably auto the rest of the event. I just want to unlock League 5 first. And I also kind of just getting a feel for these teams and seeing how they play before I decide to go strictly auto, just because I don't really want to play manual the whole weekend. But it should be easy. Easy top reward. I am hoping for bracket 3. And so that way I get a second James Harden. That would be cool. And I think it's going to be pretty doable, all free to play still. But we'll see. A note with Power Cap event that you do have to win the game to get full event points. So if you tie it, you're going to get half event points. So do make sure you win. But really not too bad. Not too bad of an event. You'll see I have pretty much complete control. I just keep on auto on defense. I've been manualing on offense just to get some points, but all you have to do is win. It's really not been too bad at all. And remember to just rotate between shooters, because you won't typically hit, you can't green twice in a row typically with the same player. So I just rotate between my shooters and get my threes. So very easy so far. This is League 4, manual, super easy. Auto may struggle. I may get some wins. I may get some losses. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just going to watch the leaderboards and just see how it's going throughout the weekend. It might mean I take over if I want to work up the leaderboard so I can get to bracket 3. But yeah, we'll see. I'm going to go, before I sign off, I am going to just look at what the leaderboard looks like. So I've got point doublers right now. So I've got the style bonus on 4 of my players, which is great. You saw that win was 720 points. I have not used my point doublers, and let's see here, no point doublers, and I'm not even on League 5 yet. What you'll see is I am going to have to lower my power level. So I do have my Dwayne Wade, so I'm going to lower him to get to League 5. Let's see how low that gets me. 69, so I'm close. So now I may swap to like my lowest Curry. 69, so I'm still too high. So I'll probably have to do some adjusting here, because I want to play League 5. I pretty much always do League 5. The other thing I can do, just to still get event points, is I do have this lower Kevin Durant. I can easily score with him. I love him as a scorer. Then I'm going to jump back to Klay Thompson. I could do better. Let's go back to my Curry, my high Curry. I still like to get as close as possible to that power cap, just because any power helps. Let's look at the leaderboard before I go. So I'm at 1,700 right now. Let's just see how crazy it's going. You're going to have your hackers in bracket 1. And let's see, 17,000. So, okay, or 1,700, geesh. Sorry. 1,700 is, so right now it's bracket 5. Actually, it should be bracket 4. It hasn't updated yet. So that's okay. What you'll see is I've got, I haven't used my doublers. That's going to boost me way up. I've got a lot of energies waiting, so I'm going to use those. So I'm going to have 9 games, a win on League 5. I've got 70% style bonus. So that should take me like 850 or something. I believe 850 per win. So 850 per win. So if I get 9 more wins, and then 3 of those are doublers. So I haven't used doublers yet. I'm going to shoot right up. So, and then we'll just see. We'll see how well I can sustain during the event. Let me know how you guys are doing. If there's any questions you have, I tried to cover everything. But yeah, best of luck, you guys. Comment. Let me know how it's going. Let me know if there's any way I can help you. Anyway, if there's just any answers or questions you have, definitely let me know. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will catch you later. B-Dog out.